Imagine you have a giant pile of building blocks and a strict 10-minute time limit to build the absolute tallest tower possible. You immediately run into a problem of scale. There are thousands of different ways to stack these bricks, and there isn't enough time to physically test every combination before the clock hits zero. Computer scientists deal with these overwhelming choices by using a strategy called branch and bound. It's a method for narrowing down the search, identifying which paths are worth your time and which ones can be safely ignored. To branch means to split the big problem into smaller, immediate choices, like deciding whether to start your tower with a red block or a blue one. To bound is to look at one of those choices and calculate the absolute best outcome it could possibly deliver, assuming every following step went perfectly. If the best-case scenario for a specific branch is still wobbly and weak compared to a tower you've already built, you stop building that branch. Because you've proven that the branch can't produce a winner, you can step away from it without ever having to explore the thousands of smaller dead ends hidden further down that path. This logic is a staple in business. Imagine you're a project manager who needs to hire exactly 2 people for a task while keeping the total cost as low as possible. You have 3 candidates, Anna at $3,000, Ben at $5,000, and Carl at $4,000. While it's easy to add up every pair for 3 people, real projects involve hundreds of workers and thousands of potential combinations. Managing that scale requires a systematic approach to find the cheapest option without checking every single pair. We start our tree by branching out based on the first hire, 1 path for Anna, 1 for Ben, and 1 for Carl. We explore Anna's path first. By pairing her with Carl, we find a complete team that costs $7,000. This is now our target to beat. Every other branch on the tree must be cheaper than $7,000, or it's not worth our time. Now we look at Ben. His individual cost is already $5,000 before we've even hired a second person. Since the cheapest remaining worker is Anna at $3,000, any team including Ben will cost at least $8,000. Because $8,000 can't beat our current $7,000 team, we prune Ben's entire branch from the tree. We've officially eliminated 1/3 of our hiring options with a single calculation, ensuring we find the cheapest pair without having to double-check Ben's other partners. When you skip over options like this, it can feel like you might be missing a better answer hidden somewhere in the branches you cut. But because we only discard a path when its best possible outcome is already worse than what we have, the math guarantees that the winner is still in the part of the tree we're keeping. This efficiency is vital when we scale up to a project with 300 people and tens of thousands of potential pairings. Cutting a single bad branch near the top can instantly eliminate thousands of unnecessary paculations. Instead of checking every combination one by one, a computer uses this logic to narrow the search down to a tiny fraction of the tree, finding the optimal solution in seconds. Logistics companies use these same bounds to find the fastest routes for their trucks, instantly ignoring any path that loops backward or adds unnecessary miles. Manufacturing plants use it to schedule assembly lines, ruling out any sequence of tasks that would leave expensive machinery sitting idle. Even airlines rely on it to coordinate thousands of flight crews while staying within strict labor budgets. At any scale, the ultimate goal remains exactly the same as it was when we started with our giant pile of building blocks. Finding the best possible result isn't about working through every failure. It's about knowing exactly when to walk away from the paths that can't win.